All right, hey everybody, this is gonna be real quick, right fast, real quick, right fast. That's like a first impressions review of this beautiful palette right here. This is the Adept Cosmetics Seahorse that launches on Saturday. So I didn't have a lot of time, but I definitely wanted to come on and do like a very quick first impressions. And so you can decide if you want to purchase it or not. And I filmed all of this and I did not have my mic on. Let's try this again. We're going to jump on into the video. Hey guys, this is Ashley. Welcome on back to my channel. So as I just mentioned, I film like the whole intro, everything. I mean, I'm priming my eyelids. I'm about to go in with shadow and I just realized I did not have my mic on. But if you are new to this channel, welcome. And if you're oldie but goodie, welcome on back. My name is Ashley. I have a doctorate in pharmacy and I love makeup. So yes, eyeshadow is my jam. It is one of my favorite things to talk about here on my channel. Now, this little baby, which is the Seahorse Palette by Adept Cosmetics, it is gorgeous. It is beautiful. We got the Multichromes, true to the fashion of Adept Cosmetics, okay? Beautiful, beautiful shadows right here. It releases on May 27th, which is Saturday, okay? And I was able to snag this palette on a pre-order, and let's be real, it costs $140. Oh my gosh. So I just wanted to have something up so we can decide, or you can decide rather, if it's worth it. Do you want to get the palette or anything like that? Because yes, and you already know that Adept Cosmetics, baby, she be selling out like hotcakes. It does not be a game. So I did not want to waste your all time. I wanted to get something else or get something up so you can decide if you wanted to purchase this palette or not. So as I just mentioned, it costs $140. I did get 20% off because in my email there was a personalized code for the early release. And all I did to get this early release is I'm simply signed up to their email snaggers, okay? Now, they did just do this with this Ketracel white. I missed the email on that. But my girl, Jamie, that's Makeup Release Radar or Makeup on My Radar, because they keep canceling my girl's IG page, you know, she was like, hey, check your email. I was like, oh, it's here. I can purchase the palette now. So that was around the 16th of May, and it was a 20% code. That was a personalized code. But my code did not work, so I went ahead and used Jamie's code, which is Radar 10. And then my girl, Yachty Beauty, also has a code, which is Yachty 10. And then I emailed the brand back and said, hey, my code didn't work, and she gave me the extra 10%. So that's how I ended up at 20. But most people, if they use their personalized code, that was given to them in the email, they had 20%. Now, the shipping was fast, and usually on their website, it says that the shipping is going to be between 2 and 7 days, and basically just expected, okay? And I was supposed to get this palette on May 20th, which would have been great because I would have had the weekend, and I was off. I had a few extra days off of work, and I could have just really knocked out some looks, but my palette did not arrive till Tuesday due to just being hung up in the network distribution of the Chicago mail system, okay? So got my palette yesterday, and like I said, I have a lot of things on my plate, but I had a couple of moments so I can just kind of knock something out. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to put together a look. I already have my eyelids primed because clearly I thought I was about to start the look and realized, yeah, battery wasn't on to my mic. But anywho, let me talk about a few things about the palette. So the palette does come out on the 27th, which is Saturday. So go to Instagram and you can find out, you know, what time the palette's going to come out. And like I mentioned, the palette does cost $140, okay? Usually, you know, Adept Cosmetics, that can be around this price point. Well, not really this price point. This is a much larger palette, usually $50, maybe $60, because we're getting some high quality foil, shiny, multi-chromes, dual chromes, and you know, we love a good dual multi-chrome. Do I think it's expensive? Yes. I'm going to be transparent. I did use my PayPal in through PayPal because guess what? It just keeps the budget very fluid, okay? And I like to just pay a lot of things in cash and not put a lot of things like this on a credit card. You know what I mean? And like I said, it keeps the budget fluid, okay? So Sandra is describing this palette as the most beautiful palette to date, and this information can come from the Adept Cosmetics website. And we're going to have 14 precious gems, iridescent multichromes, and 1 semi-precious gem dual chrome. This palette is 100% talc-free, glitter-free, mineral oil, and BH2. And I really love that it doesn't have glitters in it because those things could be just so irritating to the eye. And this palette is vegan and contains 1 duochrome with a translucent base and 14 iridescent multichromes with a translucent base. So that is like huge. That's going to make them look really ethereal, not going to be harsh. So you can get a lot of play out of these shadows. So I also recommend this too, but it's on the website that you should keep your palette in a cool, dry area. That's going to definitely increase in the longevity of your makeup. The palette can be very shimmery, and in my experience with these type of multi-chromes from Adept Cosmetics, you definitely want to go ahead and prime your lips. So I did. I have my MAC paint pot on in Contemplative State. It's like the perfect shade for my eyelids. And then anytime I'm applying one of these shimmers, I just go ahead and pop on like some NYX glitter glue, or you can use the Too Faced glitter glue or any type of base like that. And that is really just going to make the particles adhere. It's going to make the shimmers just dance all over your eyes. And it's going to definitely increase the longevity of these type of multi-chromes, okay? So I definitely recommend that. And then it says that you can use the shadows with your finger. That is a definitely recommended application. Or you can use a dense, stiff brush. I usually recommend like the Reference 02 for that. Now, the product itself is made out of a vegan faux leather right here. And it's 40% upcycled vegan. So there you go about that. And basically that's it. So like I said, I wanted to definitely go ahead and put together a look. This is like real quick, right quick, like in a hurry. We're just going to bang something out. And I definitely have my Blend Buddy Cosmetics Dollhouse palette right here. And these are the mattes I'm going to be pulling from. Okay. Yes. To create our looks. And, you know, I do plan on coming back and doing a more in-depth tutorial with this palette, but I definitely wanted to get something up so you can just make an informed purchase. Yeah. So I'm going to shut up and I'm going to get to applying some eyeshadow. am back with 2 looks and they are just flawless. I'm just going to say for myself. Like, baby. Whew. Yes. These combinations I'm looking for. Let me go over my face details real quick before we talk about the other parts of the palette. So I went in with my Luminous Silk Foundation by Armani, and this is the shade 8.75. I do find that it's a tiny bit light almost for this particular time of year. So I put a couple of dabs of my Haus Labs Foundation with it, and this is the shade A42. So these are the combinations. And I went in with the concealer that is from the Giorgio Armani Luminous Silk line also. This is shade 7.5. And then I took this. I had my brother well, you know, I could order like 2 things in Nordstrom's and this was it. Some shoes, and I wanted this Luminous Silk bronzer, this liquid bronzer from the Giorgio Armani also. And this is the shade 110. So this is the deep shade. And ooh, it blended out so nicely. I'll have to do like a quick little video with it or something on the Instagram. But Glam Girl Chelsea made me buy this, and like, we're giving bronze. For the cheeks, I went in with my Bare Cheeks palette from Adept Cosmetics as well, and put these good old purpley blushes on my cheeks. And then for the highlight, I took my Ketracel white. This is from Adept Cosmetics. This is still available as well. And I took the shade Founder for my highlight. It's a little bit more pastel. It's a tiny bit glittery, but it's pretty smooth, and you get a nice little highlight. And I thought it would look fun with this mixed with the Multichromes on the eyes. Now, loving it. So I was trying to find on the website some more product information to see if I could figure out which Multichromes for which and what they're supposed to do what. But I kind of went in with my little purple mauve, how I tend to do on this side. And I took the shade Tyro. So Tyro, I felt like a lot of people would want to see this shade, at least. Let's not let the palette is like kind of blinding. So Tyro is the one in the middle with the kind of like tie-dyed reflect there. And I just thought like a lot of people would definitely want to see it because it has like this swirl and what's the pattern going to look like. And it's really pretty. So it kind of mixes together, and it's very like light, ethereal. Remember, a lot of them have like iridescent bases. And so here we go. That's that on the lid. So as you can see, it's pretty nude. I don't know which one is supposed to be like the nude duochrome. I haven't even swatched all of these. Sometimes a lot of fun is just putting on eyeshadows for these looks and not even swatching it. And for this eye, I wanted to take it deeper, and I definitely laid down a base shade on the lid just to kind of give it a little bit more but I took Big Belly. Originally I was going to take Courtship, but then I decided to go ahead and take Big Belly, and so she definitely has a tiny bit more base to her. Kind of seems kind of grayish, green, pink, you know, shifts in there. And there we go. So definitely more opaque. Definitely still doesn't seem as opaque, but definitely the glitter glue. Definitely you're going to get that tight, compact look, that opaque look. And then I put that shadow down that was like a light color shadow that I used up here to transition. So this is very like smoked out, as you can see, little nighttime glam, or, you know, maybe special occasion. Where you wear, you know, in the daytime that suits you, but like more special occasion kind of glam over here, just so you can get different vibes with the palette, because the shadows are so like ethereal and everything like that. And then over here you have like more sparkle and shimmer, more little daytime. I feel like you still wear it at night. You can wear either one of these looks how you want, but I love how they look. In the inner corner for this, I went ahead and jumped in with Paradoxal. So Paradoxal is down here, and that's more of a greeny gold pinky type of sitch. And ooh, here it is. It feels very creamy. So everything I have touched. So I popped that in the inner corner. So I feel like this is really good, and it also like you're kind of gonna get that pink, and it's gonna mesh well with this shade and not take away with it. And I'm definitely seeing some of the green up against this, because there's a really dark hunter green in this inner corner. So these 3 swatches, definitely see. I'm going to turn down the exposure just a hair so we can kind of see these shadows dance a little bit more. Okay, I turned down the exposure so this you can see the shadows just a little bit better. And they look good, but as you can see, they're still pretty sheer. Okay, so let's jump in. Let's see what Courtship is talking about right here. And this is definitely, it's reading more a lighter blue. Oh man, this is a little bit flakier, okay? And we're gonna take Tiger Tail. Tiger Tail, ooh, very smooth, lots of mica. So this is Tiger Tail. And so, okay, we have Courtship, we have Tiger Tail, we did Big Belly, that's on the eye right here. And we're gonna swatch these out. Definitely with these flakier ones, you wanna press in, smooth out. Ooh. Beautiful. Oh my gosh. So that was the shade Courtship. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. Okay. And then we have Tiger Tail here. Oh man, with that purples. So like when I'm looking at these, like I am really glad I have, because like I have a lot of iridescent multichromes, but then I don't, you know. Might be helpful if I have something to wipe my fingers with. So those all feel so good so far. None of these shades feel dry or flaky. We have a little bit of a little flaky one, but it swatches out very well, and that was this one. So it doesn't feel dry though. It feels just a hair flaky, okay? So now we have the last two. This kind of reads a little bit more purpley, and we have Giraffe and Low Crow. So those are the two right here. This one feels a little bit flakier as well, but it's still, at the moment, it still feels pretty smooth. So here we go. Now this one is definitely more metallic-y. That was Low Crow. So this is, oh, that's Giraffe. So it's definitely, you're definitely going to benefit from that glitter glue with Giraffe. Oh, shoot. Now I put Low Crow on top of it. Ooh, the two together are like actually really cute. I mixed up the swatches, my bad. Okay. Low Crown, excuse me. Okay, so this is Low Crown again. This is definitely more metallic. Okay. And it's a beautiful shade too. So I definitely, like, if you see like adding on the glitter glue, it's definitely just going to make everything pop. So now we're going to bounce into the second row. We're going to take our two blue shades right here. And we have J Cars and something thorny. I'm not going to butcher it up, okay? So we're going to rock with them too. So J Cars are definitely, ooh, really pretty. Feels very smooth. Feels a tiny bit textured, but not super textured. This one feels smooth. So this is Thickly Thorny, and this is J Car. So let's see, because they're definitely reading the same. Very pretty. Once again, okay, so you see a slight shift, but I would say on my complexion, and I did not mix them up this time, y'all, not really a difference. We'll have to test this theory maybe in the look when we take a little deeper dive in. Let's see, we have the two on the opposite side of Tyros. So we have these two. So more of the sea foamy green and then green. So we have False Eye. And then we have Narrow Bellied. So that's False Eye. And then Narrow Belly. So definitely a lot brighter. We're getting that nice green in there. And I think that this is well played because Lord knows, even I love the Aero palette, but we got enough greens in the Aero palette. So I'm glad that it's not over heavy in this palette. And this is definitely giving a lot different than anything that we have in the Aero palette. All right, so we got bottom row. We got Long Snout. I'm excited about this little corally situation. And we did the one next to it, which was, so this is all very smooth. Kind of feels like a lot of mica. Ooh, very shiny. And then we're going to do Sendo, which is on the opposite side of Paradoxal. That's what we put in a corner. So Cindo. Ooh, yep, that's gorgeous. And then, so that was Long Snout, and now we have Cindo. Really pretty as well. I'm excited. It's a lot of orangey in here, especially when I looked at the swatches of the deep skin complexions on the Instagram page. Everything was reading like pinky and orangey and blue. So it was a lot of like different interesting shifts there. And we got two more shades. So we have Ponto, which is more pink. We have Ponto. Sorry, y'all. This palette is like, this background is not for the weak, honey. And then we got Soft Coral right next to it. So let's go Ponto. This is definitely, it's smooth. It feels smooth, but it's definitely flaky. Doesn't feel dry. And then we have Soft Coral. So none of those shades feel like dry that are flaky. And I feel like that's good because one of the shades in the Arrow, it was flaky and it felt dry. And I wasn't digging it. So, ooh. Okay, so this looks similar, but it's definitely brighter than what we have over here for Cindo. So you're getting a little different flip. You're getting definitely brighter. Okay. And then last but not least, we got Soft Coral. So I think these are where my oranges were coming in. So yeah. So the only shades that I'm like, about, we'll have to see. They're pretty, but it's definitely reading the same on my complexion are these two shades. And even though I love green eyeshadow, I'm glad to see that we have a lot of things that might have a little bit of a green flip. But these are two totally different shades, not comparable to Wave Arrow. And then I love this shade. This is the Big Belly shade, I want to say. Was it? Or maybe it was Tiger Tail. It's Tiger Tail. It's very gorgeous. So definitely you've seen, put the glitter glue. It's going to make a difference, okay? Let's see. I'm going to take a little bit of glitter glue. So I just have a brush right here. I need to wash my brushes. I still have a lot of clean brushes, but I need to brush my brushes. I'm just going to put some like right here on the palm of my hand. Just going to put down a nice little amount. And let's see. Let's go in with Tiger Tail. One I was telling you I really liked. And it's not really flaky, but a tiny bit flaky. And put it right here. I got the glue right here. Ooh. So even though it still looks ethereal, you can just definitely tell. Look at the pop versus over here. You know what I mean? It's giving. Let's see. Let's try Cindo down at the bottom. I'm going to put just, let's see. I'm going to put some glitter glue here. And this is the NYX glitter glue. It doesn't cost a lot of money. You can get it at certain Targets. You know, anywhere that covers NYX. Definitely Ulta. I'm going to let that dry down half a moment. We have Cindo that was down at the bottom. So we got Cindo here. Ooh. Wow. Look at that orange. Look at that. So just to jog your memory, that was here, this one. Now, let's see. We're going to take one of the blues. I'm going to take this one. See what that's giving. It's more of a smooth flavor. I'm just going to put it on the opposite edge. Wow. That's popping and it's pretty. It's like a lavender blue shade. And then I'm just going to put the one that's next to it, right next to it, so we can see. There's something fig me thorny. Oh, so okay. So you can sort of see that definitely that's giving a brighter blue. This is more giving lilac blue, as you can see. So that's why I like the glitter glue, just so you can just see what it's going to look like when the particles are all together and they're not so dispersed. So you can kind of get the true color of it and how it's going to look on your eyes when you apply these things. So this is really beautiful. It's really pretty. I can't wait to play with it more. I'm really happy and satisfied with the looks that I came up with. As far as I can tell from my swatches, I'm not feeling any duds, and I feel like at this point I'm a good character judgment with shadows. That doesn't mean I always get it right, and you know, definitely applying it on your arm is a different story than applying it on your eyes. I think you can just take your time. Don't dig into the palette too hard. Just kind of swirl it around. Pat what you need in your eyes, go back in, pat what you need your eyes. Yeah, and I think you have a lot of fun. And then also some of the fun of this also is that you can kind of lay down a shadow that kind of goes with your mattes that you're putting with your shadows and intensify the shimmer. Put it down. Now you have to be careful that it doesn't have too much color sometimes with those mattes, because you definitely will change the overall color of your shadow. But yeah, I think this is cute. This is, you have to decide. So far, I'm enjoying my purchase. From what I've heard back from some of the feedback from people on Instagram, that they have been enjoying their purchase, who've told me that maybe they passed on this because that was coming out, and I totally understand. But so far, I'm happy. I feel like these are pretty unique to my collection. Yeah, even between my Terra Moons, I feel like I might have something kind of similar to that, but I can't think of what it is at the moment. But I know I don't have anything like this. So, with that being said, I'm very happy with my purchase. So let me know if this video helps you out. I hope it does. Definitely, power is in the glitter glue for it. And leave me a comment down below. Give this video a big old thumbs up. Hit the notification bell so you know I come out with another video. And subscribe to my channel, because you know I love to have you here in my little makeup family. With that being said, you already know what time it is. It's time for Chat Dance, Chat Dance. Hey, 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 Chat Dance. Chat Dance. Hey, Chat Dance. Chat Dance. Hey. All right, y'all. Bye.